Hello, Montreal. How we all doing? Love it. Let's deal with this right away. It's true, what you just heard. My name is Jeremy Woodcock. Real name. Didn't change it for show business. Just got lucky, first try. It's interesting. It's originally a Dutch name, and it means good luck with that in grade 9. That's the translation of the word, if you're wondering about where it comes from. Although I've grown to like it more over the years. One reason is it's kind of a rare name, right? Jeremy Woodcock. So I might already be the most famous guy with my name. Didn't have to do a thing, which I believe is the point. So some people are stuck with celebrity's name. That's why I always feel so bad for my friend. He's never going to be the most famous guy with his name. Get this. He's trying to make it as a musician, and his name is Pope John Paul II. Could you imagine trying to compete with what that guy got done just over the years? Let me tell you about myself, what I do for a living. Until recently, I ran a very unsuccessful non-profit company. It was called the Hospital for Sick Children. And that's right, that's just a doctor's office. We had the whole floors and everything. Don't worry about me. I bounced back, actually. I made a fortune by designing the ultimate college poster. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a picture of Che Guevara. But when you go up close to it, you see that it's actually made up of thousands of tiny pictures of Bob Marley. Have you seen that? That's me. I made that. I'm responsible for that. Anyway. Probably my favorite band of all time is Pink Floyd. Nobody's into Pink Floyd out there? You never heard Dark Side of the Moon? Sorry. You never heard Dark Side of the Moon. That's what I was supposed to say. Oh my God, I like music. Probably my favorite musical thing over the past year was, though, not a song I heard at all. It was something my friend said to me. An embarrassing sentence he said. It is embarrassing, so I won't give you his real name. I'll call him Robert, but he does go by Bob. And my friend Bob loves the band Rush, and he loves the song Tom Sawyer. And he got tickets to see Rush this summer. And he said, if they don't play Tom Sawyer, I'm walking out of the concert. He said that. At what point in the concert would you be aware that that'd be the end, right? That could be the only time you would know that they're not going to play that song. You're pushing past people in the aisles. They're like, yeah, we're all leaving. He's like, no, you're leaving. I'm walking out. I want that made clear. I want that made perfectly clear. God. So I do like movies, I like music, and TV is probably my last pop cultural obsession. Well, TV and food, don't need to tell you, but let's just say I really can't explain how much of a difference I see in the word can in pay what you can versus all you can eat. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But TV-wise, I was watching TV the other day. Did you ever notice this? I noticed Tori Spelling. You know her? And stay tuned, because this is a funny joke. Did you ever notice that if Tori Spelling hosted a show with Kelsey Grammer, it would be unwatchable? It would just be a terrible show. I would not be able to... Why would you ever make that show? I hope they never do. Fun with words. I don't know. I do love words. I write for a living. I'm particularly lately into something called anagrams. You guys know what those are? It's when you take a word and rearrange the letters to make a new word. So like mom would become... Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's a hard one. But anyway, anagrams are just something you have to do to get into a gang sometimes and stuff like that. And it's fun to be good at them and to really impress people with them. And I finally figured out the trick, if you guys want to know how to really impress people with anagrams. And that is to do them out loud. The reason that works so well is then they can't tell you haven't quite managed to do it. So it's a tricky scenario, so I'll walk you through it. So I'll be at a party, and I'll say, give me any celebrity name, and I'll give you an instant anagram of that name right away. So people will be like, wow, this is a pretty cool party. This is fun. Thank you, whoever invited me to this. Thank you so much. But then they'll settle, and they'll say, okay, Jeff Goldblum. And I'll go, moldy jam fudge. I'm on it, and it just have to be quick and close, right? Don't give them time to think. And they're like, hold on, did you? I'm like, we have to move on. I'm sorry. We actually have to move on to the next one. We have a lot of words to do. So somebody else will go, Charlie Sheen, snail chair. Do we have another? I just have to be quick and close, right? They're like, hold on, you got the C, you got the A, we actually have to move on again. I'm so sorry. We can't slow down every time for you, Daryl. So I'll just talk about relationships. I'm going to do two things right now. First, I'm going to tell you everything I know about women. So we move on to step 2, which is also very Just kidding. Just kidding about not being good with women, obviously. Let's just say my wife is like the Energizer Bunny. I haven't seen her anywhere in about 14 years. Did they stop with those commercials? Right? I haven't seen them for quite a while. Oh, God. Relationships, dating, sex, right? It's all awkward. Awkwardness is really, in the end, the thing that brings us all together. I think that's what you learn from comedy. So I'll do this. I'll leave you with this. I'll tell you the most awkward thing that ever happened to me. I'll share that with you. My father once walked in on me while I was having sex. Has that ever happened to anyone else here? You? Yeah? Yeah. I apologize on behalf of my father. He's a curious man. He will find. Anyway, thank you. I'm Jeremy Woodcock. Nice to meet you.